It's become a bit of a tradition here on The House Detective. Each year, we take you through a legal side of A Christmas Carol. Why do we do this, Kurt Franke? Kurt Franke joins us from the law offices of Kurt A. Franke because Kurt Franke is an aficionado on A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, and it has so many different ramifications to society, to law, to life in general, doesn't it?
That's right, and because I loved it so much, I started looking up the legal aspects of the story so that I could somehow weave my love of the book into this show.
And we have done that. Through the years, we've talked everything from labor law to this year you're bringing up, well, mention it for us.
Well, the Sunday laws, or the blue laws that would shut places down on Sundays. And in this case, they would shut down, bakers were not allowed to bake on Sundays during the time of Dickens because they were supposed to honor the Sunday.
Right.
And what happened, though, is because they couldn't bake, is what the law said, they would open up their ovens to poor people to allow them come in and cook in an oven instead of over their open fire.
Now, these blue laws existed, and Dickens took note of this.
That's right.
And kind of captured it for all of us to see as years go along. And you have a passage to talk about how this happened.
And at the same time, there emerged from scores of by-streets, lanes, and nameless turnings innumerable people carrying their dinners to the bakers' shops. And later, Bob Cratchit's family brings theirs in from the baker's shop.
And the idea is that those that didn't have, if you will, a normal oven, had the opportunity to have a professionally cooked meal for a change.
And in fact, they didn't have an oven at all, so it was the only place they could really cook a big meal and cook it well.
And why Sunday dinner became such an important thing.
That's right. And so part of this is that the Ghost of Christmas Present is accused by Scrooge of trying to shut even that little indulgence down. And it turns out there was a House of Commons lord at that time, Andrew Agnew, who was trying to shut it down for the poor people.
Wow. Wow, just take something else away. But it was Dickens, once again, having this moment to say, looking at society and saying, well, wait a second. Come on, stop and think about what you're doing.
That's right, and he had the social commentary throughout this book. And in this one, he talks about the Ghost of Christmas Present. He shed a few drops of water on it, and their good humor was restored directly, for they said it was a shame to quarrel upon Christmas Day, and so it was, God love it, so it was.
It is the legal side of Christmas Carol, brought to us each year by Kurt Franke. It's a love of yours.
Yeah.
You've collected many, many editions. You bring us a couple editions. We try and put images up on the screen from those different editions, but it's so much more than just a story, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it gives me something to look for in a bookstore when I go out of town.
That's right. It's Kurt Franke from the law offices of Kurt A. Franke. Now, we keep this light this time of year, but if there's something serious in your life you want to sit down with Kurt, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, you can call my office at 827-6100, speak with Natalie, Joe, or Linda. They'd be happy to set up an appointment, or go to my website, that's lokf.com.
It's law offices of Kurt A. Franke and the legal side of A Christmas Carol once again this year on The House Detective. Thanks, Kurt, as always.
Have a great holiday.